Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-November 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in that energy and see what's happening for the lovely Virgos. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Talk to me, my gods. What do we have here for Virgo in mid-November? What's happening with my friends? And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's do it here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo, my gods and spirit team. We're about midway through November at the time of this filming, so what's happening? Okay, complexity. And this is something I've been seeing for you guys for quite some time now. There's like a lot of complexity here, whether it's complex emotions, complex situations. This card is a lot. Okay, like it's a lot of things coming at you. We're dealing with a lot of things. Now, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It's just complex. Now, before we really start picking it apart, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about the card. So you see we have this woman looking in a mirror. It looks like she's holding a mask. There's multiple mirrors, there's multiple reflections, there's like a Russian babushka doll there. There's all these items all over this dresser. So when I see this card, I just think about a lot of different energies, or a complex one like I was already explaining, where there might be certain things you're going through where on the surface it seems cut and dry. On the surface it seems very simple, whatever it is you're going through or whatever solutions are necessary, but it's not quite as simple as it may look. All right, so if that's not it, if you're not dealing with complex things, if you don't have a lot going on within you, this card does say that you could be being affected by a lot of different emotions or a lot of different energies. So whether it's energies from other people, whether it's energies from places and things, you might really want to solidify your own energy, ground yourself down, do some meditation, like protect your energy when this type of vibe shows up in the beginning. But once again, it could just be a little bit of complexity. We're not going to talk it into the ground. It is what it is. Let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 of these in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So shuffle it up here one time for my Virgos. And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. Okay? And it seems like it's been a bumpy road in recent weeks for you, Virgo. I hope you haven't been going through too much stuff, but last week's reading was titled A Tough Situation. Okay, so hopefully you haven't been going through too many tough things. But once again, for like the last month or so, it seems like there's been a lot of things showing up in the Virgo readings. So we're going to keep it optimistic here. We're going to see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards to start for my lovely, lovely Virgos. Thank you. Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords. This could either be someone's thought process. It could also be communication. This is going to be an interesting cornerstone to this reading. That is for sure. Let's get you a couple more. Start to piece this together. I've been seeing the Ace of Swords recently for other signs as well. Okay, we have the Strength card, Leo energy showing up here. Strength of character. Okay, you might be going through lots of different tests in this time, Virgo. I could say that for sure with these first 2 energies showing up. They're not necessarily tough, but it's being tested in one way or another. What do we have? All right, King of Wands right here on the back end. Interesting. So fire-air combination, you know what I always say about that. We'll get into that in a moment, though. But yeah, fire sign energy showing up heavily. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, like I already mentioned, with the Strength card, Leo energy, the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sag, mixed with the air. Elementally, this could be a little bit volatile. Now, it can be very good. This could represent a burst of motivation, a burst of passion, like breakthrough type of energy. I'm already picking it up a little bit here, Virgo, so that might be nice. But the volatility has some unpredictability too. So there might be something that you don't know how it'll turn out. There's that explosive energy. So we really need to piece it all together, because we do have the mind, but this burst of fire, let's go through piece by piece, right? I don't want to speak on it too much just yet. I'm getting like the energy is just streaming right now. But position number one, let's do them piece by piece. The Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth. I love this card. Now, as with all aces, they all represent opportunities. So when this shows up, you may have an opportunity served up to you on a silver platter. It'll be up to you whether you take that opportunity or just let it be. Okay, that's a big thing with all of them. Now, the Ace of Swords is different from the other aces. It could represent someone's thought process, their mind. This is a very witty type of card. It's sharp, it's analytical, it sees things for what they are. There's a certain truth here. I always say with this Sword of Truth, it's very serious and stern, like the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. So you might be serious about something or taking something very seriously. That's a possibility here. But once again, this could also be a communication with the Ace of Swords. It could be a talk, it could be a message, whatever it might be. So we'll have to see what's up with that. Now, the Ace of Swords sometimes can also represent somebody that's doing a little spring cleaning in their life, right? Somebody that's cutting certain things away, cutting certain things out, okay? Whether it's habits, whether it's things within your schedule, you name it. But let's keep pressing forward. In position number two, we have the Strength card. This is a very complex type of card. Now, you might be linked to a Leo. Maybe you have some Leo placements yourself. If not, this is an angelic type of energy. And to me, this speaks of someone's strength of character or their inner strength. And remember with the very first card, there was like a lot of things, a lot of energies. And with the Strength card and the fire-air combination that's explosive, you might be being tested whenever the Strength card is here, whether it's tests from spirit, whether it's karmic. You know the deal. Now, I always say with the Strength card, it could be spirit telling you to fight something with love as opposed to force. Okay, so keep that in mind as you move throughout the week. Whatever things you go through, maybe try to use compassion and empathy and love as opposed to force with this Strength card. But once again, we could be speaking about someone's inner state. So interesting that we have like the mind, now we have the Strength card. It's angelic, it's also very protective. So some of you might just need to hear like, hey, you are protected, you're not alone type of energy. So I really do like the Strength card, but it can be spirit testing you in one way or another. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the King of Wands himself. So like I said, this could be Aries, Leo, Sag type of energy, and kings represent control of their respective suit. Wands, once again, it's all about passion, drive, focus. This is an entrepreneurial type of energy, big boss, authority figure type of energy as well. So you might be trying to control your passions in one way or another. There could be certain things you want to do that you're holding back from. Maybe there's someone you're linked to or they're holding back from something that they want to do. It's a big possibility with this King of Wands, but Spirit could be telling you like, hey, watch what you're giving your energy to. Or there's something linked to your personal energy that we got an Oracle card and now we're picking up here, especially with all this internal energy, now the King of the Wands. There's something within you that's being highlighted here. So let's just put this king down, because it can be a lot of things. For some of you, that just might be a person, right? Doesn't have to get super deep if it's not. But let's dive deeper on all of it. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Virgos, please. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or use your base knowledge of tarot. Let's get it going here. And yes, I'm not even going to give my usual spiel. I feel like I need to just jump right in here, Virgo. So we're going to do it. I mean, longtime viewers know I like to give a little setup spiel for everything I do, but we're going in on that Ace of Swords. If you're a reader, please feel free to play along, okay? Or you could put your messages down below. I don't mind. Why is that Ace of Swords here? Now you see what I mean with the fire air? Like it's even rubbing off on me where it's like, yeah, no, I don't want to waste any time type of energy. Yeah, boom. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and I'm already picking it up like something changing on a dime or a breakthrough type of energy. The Four of Pentacles is generally a clamped down, immovable energy. Sometimes it could be somebody that's holding on to something. In its worst case scenario, it could be bad feelings, it could be a grudge or anything like that. But when I see it in reverse, this is an energy of opening up. So for a portion of you, depending what we get throughout the rest of the reading, I feel like it's two major things I'm picking up here intuitively. One, this could be a talk, an explosive talk, where it's like there may have been silence, there may have been quiet, and then suddenly it's just like boom, 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 like the talk goes back and forth, or the communication. But I am getting that vibe of a breakthrough, okay? In one area or multiple areas of your life when this Four of Pentacles shows up in reverse. Okay, so yeah, and that card almost jumped out of my hands again when I went to put it down. So I would say for a lot of you, if you've been experiencing delays or too much quiet time or anything like that, Spirit could be saying like, yeah, there's a breakthrough coming in, and we're picking it up here. So it's either the talk or the breakthrough. That's what I'm feeling. Now, for another small portion of you, yes, it could be cutting out a habit of some sort, right? So there might be some sort of habit in your life that you're trying to deal with or cut out. That's just for some of you, but the other two messages are my main ones for you. So let's see what's happening with strength. We'll see if this gets reinforced as we move throughout the rest of the reading. I like it though. So why is strength here? For my Virgos, please. Like I said, that could be a test. We still got to get to that King of Wands. What is the strength card here? Thank you. All right, yeah, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse here. Like I don't want to say this is somebody playing games. Okay, like we have the Knight of Cups here. Maybe you're just having issues with a water sign. That could be simply it. But for some reason, if this isn't a test that's having a big effect on your emotions, or like the past weeks or days has been very trying on your emotions, that could be it for some of you. But I'm also getting the vibe of somebody not expressing how they truly feel. This is somebody not saying how they truly feel. They're not expressing it. Even though we have this breakthrough and possible explosive communication, there could be somebody like holding back for whatever reason. So I feel like those are the two main things. And the way the messages are coming through this week, Virgo, it's very different than normal. So I hope whatever it is you're going through, you're okay. Because like the way the energies are coming through, it's a little more scattered than I usually experience in a Virgo reading. Usually your messages come through to me like straightforward, boom, like nice, orderly. Feels a little more scattered here. So once again, just to reiterate, one, this could be somebody just holding back how they truly feel, not saying how they truly feel, or you could just be going through a lot of tests or an emotionally taxing time or a trying time, okay? And it could be having an effect on you. But I still see this strength, right? This inner strength. Even though you might be going through some tough emotions or dealing with certain things, you're still doing what you have to do, okay? So I feel like it could be one of those, it could be all of those. It really depends. But let's go in on that King of Wands. Let's see what's up with that King of Wands. Interesting. Still getting that breakthrough type of energy, though. Let's see what's happening. And then, yeah, after the King of Wands, we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. We're going to need a recap this week, my friends, with the way the energy is playing with us. So why is that King of Wands here? Please and thank you. Thank you. Page of Wands, yep. Yeah, someone finally caving, possibly, and not necessarily in a bad way. We have the Page of Wands. So whereas I said in the center, and it's kind of been, it's re-encapsulating what I've been feeling here in the front. The Page of Wands in the upright underneath the King of Wands, somebody finally opening up. And we've been getting that breakthrough, explosive communication, both of those. Right here up in the front, though, that's when that message first came in. And now it's like, all right, this one was holding things back. This one's not holding nothing back right here in the back end. So I don't know if this is two different people. To me, it feels more like a progression where something's just going to bust wide open, and it doesn't necessarily feel bad. Okay, so if you've been experiencing delays or times have been slow or things have been rough or you've been tested, whatever it might be, expect for something to just blow wide open, whether it is communication or a breakthrough in a certain area of your life. I just have to give it to you like that. That's what I'm feeling. Now, the Page of Wands is a less evolved energy than this King of Wands, but there's a lot of similarities. So yeah, Aries, Leo, Sag, and all that. But all pages are students, all pages are messengers. For a lot of you, If this isn't communication, even though it's all over the place within this spread, there's a lot of cards, a lot of people, a lot of communication. When I see this page in the upright, it's all right, let's move forward. All right, let's move this forward. So whether that's somebody else or you wanting to move something forward, it's a big possibility. Such an interesting reading this week. Okay, now Virgo, remember, this could be somebody else's energy, right? There is like that little back and forth happening. But let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. I like how that came through, and once again, it wasn't as orderly as Virgo readings normally come through, so it could be someone else. But before the shadow card, position number 1, we have the Ace of Swords. Just want to point out, half of the spread is court cards, lots of people here, lots of communication cards, but the Ace of Swords with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I did say for a small portion of you, there might be a certain habit you're trying to cut back from, or a certain habit that you're trying to get out of your life, but for the vast majority of you, I'm getting something either busting wide open, like a massive breakthrough of some sort, or this could be that fire-air combination explosive talk coming in, where it was like, not moving, not moving, not moving, then boom, 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 boom. In the center, we have the Strength card with the Knight of Cups in reverse. This made me feel a couple different things. One, this could be someone that has been holding back how they truly feel, not really expressing emotion or saying how they're feeling about something. I don't want to say it's emotionally unavailable. It's just somebody not really letting it out for whatever reason. But another thing I was picking up here is someone just going through an emotionally trying time. Now, there is a lot of inner strength to keep moving forward, but this is someone that could be going through a lot of tests, especially inward. When we get to the back end, this is where it all frees up. So it's like we have the progression where like someone opens it up and then boom, it finally just explodes like a rocket. Whether this is communication or is that breakthrough, this like stifled energy that we were picking up is no longer when we get to this back end, okay? This could be a great time to talk things out and all that stuff. So Virgo, please take a screenshot. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. Guides and Spirit Team, what is in the shadows for the lovely Virgos, please? And yes, I always like to pull this at the very end. You know that. Whether it's something within you, whether it's something you don't quite see. Okay, it doesn't always have to be a challenge. So let's see what's in the shadows. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I just added a new tier in there for those of you that want the Zodiac emojis and the membership badges. So let's get into this. No pressure, obviously. But let's see what's happening with Virgo. What is in the shadows? Thank you. All right, we have your power card in the shadows. So the fact that this is your power card in the shadows is a good thing. So a lot of you, you might be feeling like you're getting back to normal or getting back to yourself in one way or another, which is really nice, okay? So I'm not sure what every single Virgo in the world is going through, but when the Hermit is the shadow card, that's inwardly strong, which we saw within the reading itself. So a lot of you might just need to hear that. You're stronger than you think you are, or you just have such a strength of character that's showing up here in the shadows. Now, yes, the Hermit could be retracted. Yes, the Hermit could be pulled back and quiet and silent. So maybe there is some sort of silence that's been affecting you in one way or another. But I don't feel like this is necessarily a bad thing. I will say this, though, Virgo, if you're not a cross-watch, if you're an actual Virgo, there could be something about how you view yourself showing up here in the shadows as well. So whether it's self-confidence or how you look at yourself in the mirror, Spirit might want you to be kinder to yourself. So yeah, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be in the community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for November, we're bringing back winner's choice. 2 lucky subscribers will get to pick a deck of their choosing up to $40 US. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you think is the most fun? Which one do you have the most fun with? And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of November, I'll pick the winners at random as usual. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.